Hi, my name is Emily. I'm the lab technician for the Center for Materials and Manufacturing Sciences. This is our new research facility. Let's take a look inside. Our objective here at the Center for Materials and Manufacturing Sciences is to work with local partnerships within the community to work on polymer engineering and polymer recycling. In here, we have one of our 9 faculty members. They have a personal research facility or lab where they do various kinds of chemical thermal analysis as well as chemical synthesis for application processing. Within our research facility, we have 22 labs in total, 9 of which are faculty research labs. This way we have Dr. Moji's faculty research lab. He does polymer chemistry, which is the synthesis of polymers. And here's Dr. Moji.
Hello. My name is Moji. I'm a polymer chemist. And what we're doing here in this lab is the chemical recycling of polyethylene terephthalate, which is a plastic from water bottles. So there are different ways to recycle a plastic. One is the mechanical recycling. When you collect the polymer, you wash them, you clean them, you melt them and reform them and reuse. The other method is chemical recycling, where you chemically break down the plastic material to starting material to the monomer or to the material that you can make the same plastic again. And this way you can have a closed loop recycling thing. Mechanical recycling is the method that industry likes to use, and it's cheaper right now. But there are just few times that you can do remelting, because every time that you do that process, the polymer loses its mechanical properties. It's a really cool instrument. This is another high pressure reactor that can do like the polymer degradation or polymer depolymerization recycling. And this is a viscometer that you can measure like the molecular weight of the polymer. Let's say if you done a process on the polymer and you want to see how that process affects the molecular weight or mechanical properties of this polymer, right? This machine can give you like the molecular weight, and now you have like a parameter that you can compare, right? What happened for that? And here we have also a really high-tech and laboratory-grade microwave. So this microwave is much more stronger compared to a kitchen microwave. You can run so many reactions here, including, again, plastic recycling.
So within our research, it's multidisciplinary research. So there's chemistry, physics, and we've recently begun partnering with the EET program, Electronic Engineering and Technology. So this will be their space. We're still ordering instrumentation, but it will very quickly fill up. So this is our spectroscopy lab. In here we have our NMR, which is a nuclear magnetic resonance. Essentially, it's an MRI for chemicals. So it is a superconducting magnet that has cryogens to keep it cool. This is Dr. Liu.
So this is an advanced microscope called AFM, Atomic Force Microscope. You may be familiar with those common light microscope biologists use to watch kind of bacteria. That is kind of go to the micrometer. This can go down to nanometer, which is 1,000 less.
So this center is entirely research labs and offices for faculty. Down this way we have the polymer processing wing, where we focus on engineering new polymer blends that are more biodegradable. And in here we have Dr. Barati.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Dr. Abbas Barati, and here is the CMMS, and we are in the process hub. So we use this the polymer or the additive of the polymer into the chamber, and after these 2 screws rotated in the counterclockwise into this chamber, the polymer after melting can mix and make us the leverage in the physical and mechanical properties, and we upcycle the polymer by using this type of machines. As you see, we use in the CMMS the state-of-the-art machines. And you see the twin screw extruder, the bra bender, and here is the microcompounder.
Down this way, we have our labs dedicated to chemical analysis and thermal analysis. In here, we have state-of-the-art instrumentation, including a GC, gas chromatography, GPC, gel permeation chromatography. And here's Dr. Liu to explain that more.
Okay, so this is another advanced instrument called the GPC, gel permeation chromatograph. What it does is it can measure how long the polymer chain is. As we know for polymers, it's made with small units. But some could be made with this many, some could be with that many. So for each polymer chain, it could be this long, or this long, or this long. The length of the chain will determine the property of the polymer. Not many units in the world actually, so we're lucky to have one. It is called high temperature GPC. It can measure polyethylene and polypropylene's length.
Within our center, we have faculty members, staff members, undergraduate researchers, graduate researchers, and postdocs. Our undergraduate researchers can have the opportunity to develop real-world research experience, helping with their careers and industry experience. In the development of this center, the focus was broad-scale application. So within that, we mean various departments within Troy University, other academic universities, and industry partnerships. We look forward to what the center holds for our future, and thanks for stopping by.